Hello everyone, this is Grootscom again, back with another episode of the BioIndustries modded Factorio series. This is episode 5, and I want to talk about some stuff just before we get started here, in that based on how long these episodes take and how much basically like monotony is involved in some of these tasks, I've decided to use these recording. I'll just use recordings basically instead of doing any live stream, and I'll try to cut these episodes down just by trimming some of the excess stuff. Like when I fill in this blueprint, that's going to take quite a bit of time. I'll do a lot of back and forth, and there's a lot of stuff that you probably don't need to see. So basically, what I think, I'm not gonna cut out everything obviously, because that would just be like, oh look, this is built, now this is built, and then this is already built. But instead, like some of the processes that I do, like designing certain functions, like making these green processing units, the circuits, and then designing like a red circuit production, something like that. I could show something in that entirety, but as far as like harvesting a bunch of stuff, any kind of like manual cutting down of trees, or like even blowing up the trees, like in the last video I kind of skipped over some of that stuff. So I just want to make sure that this series is still watchable for someone who's like interested in Factorio, but just kind of like not as patient as some people. I've watched other people play Factorio for quite a while, and I understand, like, I'm not as fast as some of the more seasoned players, obviously, and I'm okay with that. So if there's going to be some scenes where it's like, okay, now I'm going to fill this in and I'll be right back or whatever, and we'll just cut to, like, it'll just be a splice in the video. There will be no, probably not even any fast forwarding anymore, just a straight up cut to this or whatever. So, alright, so now that that's out of the way, now I have to remember what we were doing. So I think a good place to go would be to kind of scale up our plastic a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and expand that red circuit production and the green circuit production actually as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line out the bus, because right now we only have 2 lanes of 4. So there's like 4 lanes of iron plates and 4 lanes of copper plates, and those are going to be the main sources of materials, but we're also going to have to bring in that plastic eventually. So let me just get down there. Where did I have the plastic? Here it is. Okay, so yeah, this needs to get expanded, and I do need to belt these things. So that might be one of those, a good instance where I'm gonna have to make the cut and just go ahead and do that off camera. But I don't want to leave out too much. Obviously, I want people to see what I'm doing, and if they're not familiar with the mod, this could be helpful to see. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna take this out. Oops. Oh boy, I'm full. Wow, I guess I should pay attention to how much stuff is in my inventory here. I picked up all that coal and then completely forgot that, yeah, I was going to drop in here. Well, that's going to make it hard to move that, pull that out of there. Let's see, I don't need all this stone, I don't need all that. I got tons of wood. Maybe I don't need that much. I definitely don't need pulp. I don't know why I'm carrying that. The plastic is what I tried to pick up here, and let's just take it out. Okay. So this guy, the chemical plant, is in here. That's actually a refinery. I need a chemical plant, which is this guy. So chemical plants, to make plastic, it's going to take, should I just to do it balanced, I'm going to do it on both sides. So 1, 2, 3. So we'll have another one here, like this. So that'll output onto that side of the, you know what? I kind of want to do this the right way and actually bring in my coal in the middle. Is this going to work? And then, so this would be a long-handed inserter. This is going to take a long-handed inserter to bring the coal, because I'm thinking like this is going to be the coal in, this is the plastic out. And that's how that works. Not too bad. And just for now, let's just go ahead and, oh boy, this is really ugly. Just for now, I'm going to go ahead and bring that in like that. And then this guy, I'm going to do this like that. There we go. Now I have 2 lines of plastic. And then what I need to do, obviously, is I need to bring that over. And I want to put this plastic also on the bus. Because there's nothing that's going to be needed up here. But certainly, further down the line, I'm going to use it for... There's really only 2 things I need plastic for as far as I can remember. And that's just the red circuits. And other things use red circuits, so intermediately there might be other places. But basically it needs to go to 2 things. Is that red circuits, and then further down the line when we build rockets, we'll use it for low density... what is it called? The low density structures. So let me go ahead and bring this line over. Okay, so I went ahead and I brought the belt over, and what I did was I basically made this as a new belt in the bus. So there's going to be 4 lanes of copper, then 4 lanes of iron, and you do this because you can cross up to 4 lanes with a regular yellow belt, and then you could do something like that, which is what I've done here basically in this instance. So as long as you stick to this format with 4 lanes at a time, you can always skip it with any yellow belt. And of course this is going to need to jump here, so I should have just done it like this instead, because I know for sure there's going to be other things that use copper and iron. And then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand production of these red circuits because we need more than this. And let's go like that. So I suppose I could do it on the same side. You know what? Maybe I'll just do that just because everything's here. And I think we'll have enough copper, we'll have enough green circuits on this line to keep this one going. So basically what I want to do is the same thing here. So I need to bring in my copper and copper coils and plastic here. And I need to bring in the copper from that copper line. Oops, other way. And this is that long reach. That's pretty sweet. And then these guys are going to keep going this way. And then I definitely want to have more power poles. I'm going to need that. Oh. And where's my fast inserters? Because I need to bring those back onto the belt. Oops. There we go. And maybe just one of those at the end. Alright, so that's all the materials it needs. Well, not all of it, I forgot. The green circuits, of course, need to get here. Let's bring in green circuits here. Let's take... Was I doing it like this, I guess? Whoa, I ran out of belts. Well, that's kind of annoying. I'm going to need a lot of belts. Alright. Just hope we don't run out of power poles. That would be even worse. Okay. Right now they're going to go all into this chest. Okay, why did this stop? This is that map view again. Oh boy. Oh, are we out of... Oh my gosh, we used all that petroleum already? Whoa, okay. I need to set that refiner... I need to build that refinery again. I thought we had more than enough plastic. I did pick up a bunch of plastic, so I mean, we'll get... we got some red circuits. We'll get even more. It's cool. So those red circuits eventually will be on a belt here, and then we're just gonna we're going to give it a place to go to. I think having it come in somewhere in this lane would be fine. I guess I should have brought green circuits into this closer lane. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? Change that. Easier to do this. So this would be red, this would be plastic. Now, so that's a pretty good operation. We're getting quite a few red circuits from that. You know, it's not a full belt like this is, although if I was using all these red circuits, this would not be a full belt because 2 assemblers building green circuits is just not that much. Alright. So, what we need to do is, I think before we get, you know, too far ahead of ourselves, we need to consider a faster way to make our materials, like our belts, inserters, and splitters. And I think what we need is, it's called a mini mall, or a mall, but basically it's a place where you make all that stuff. And yeah, I already have it at my starter base, but it's kind of limited in its capacity right now. And we could just build something more efficient and specific for doing what we want. And actually, we could start crafting, I think, yeah, I already have logistics too, so we could actually start building the faster belts. So the red belts, red splitters, and red undergrounds. It's doable at this point. Okay, so I do want to grab all the belts out of this location. I do want to grab all these green circuits. I'll just grab everything, because we're not going to do any research anyway. Oh boy. You know what? I think I meant to put these inserters in the trunk, because that car has lots of room. Although I do want to take a couple of these back. You can take all the belts though, and then take these belts too, because there's even more. Wow, that's a lot. I have enough now. That's good. Why do I have plastic still? I thought I put all that into the chests up there. Anything else I feel like needs to be removed out of here? I think that's good enough. I could grab some plates or something like that, but I can get that from elsewhere. Alright. So I like the mini mall idea because we'll have a central location for all that stuff. And also, it'll be closer. It's kind of a long way to go to get all that stuff. So let's see, I'm going to take these grenades, I'm going to clear this out, and I'm going to build the mall somewhere in here. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I've gone ahead and cleared out some area, and I've also placed the blueprint for what we're going to make. Oh, I really should have grabbed some gears when I was up there, but I didn't, because I need to make all these assemblers. I can grab some green circuits, and also definitely need some more iron plates, so I can grab this whole belt here. Yay. That's a good way to pick up some iron. Look at that, now I can make all these. And of course I forgot to rebuild that refinery. Oh boy. Look at it, taking its time, making all that stuff. Let's do this. How many lights do I have? I should probably have a lot. There we go. Get some light in there. And of course I can put these lights in at least. I could probably build some chests, I'm thinking. I could wire this up, of course, as well. Boy, that's got to go pretty far. So put the power poles down. Oh, there's always something you can do while handcrafting a bunch of stuff. That's kind of convenient that it doesn't hold up the whole process. Is that all of them? I can even do all the inserters. And I think I used a blueprint that's pretty popular from another YouTuber, but I kind of made some modifications. Like for chests, I just felt like wooden chests were good enough, because a lot of these are going to be reduced to one slot in the end anyway. So why you know, why build a like a steel, or not a steel chest, but a iron chest that has, I think, 32 slots. Where is it? Here. Yeah, 32 slots. When I'm only using one anyway. Yeah, sure, this one holds 16, but I don't really care. I can have, you know, a lot of unused space. Like, why even waste the materials, waste the iron? I like using, like I said, this is the idea behind this mod, is kind of using something more sustainable. And in our case, that's our wood, because we are like making it for almost nothing. I mean, it's using its own products to make more of itself. You know, we're using the ash to make more. Did I make these? I did make these. So really all this thing takes is iron plates on the top and bottom, and then this is going to be green circuits down here because the splitters require circuits. Let's get the rest of these. I got tons of inserters at least, that's good. And I think the last time I had this running, I was missing one of the inserters, so like something was held up, but I think I've fixed it at this point. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's just a ghost image or if it's actually been placed. And of course, when you start to run everything, you can kind of see that it's not moving, and it's like, oh, that's not done yet. So this is pretty cool because it's not like the ratios are absolutely perfect, but they are, I think they're pretty good. Because this is going to use a ton of iron gears, like a ton of them. So yeah, this, and getting to the next step too, which this is only the first part. So this is only to get the red belts, red splitters, and that kind of thing. So there's another step in the regular base game where you can make blue belts. Now, blue belts require another ingredient that we haven't made yet, and that's lubricant. And of course, we haven't even researched that at that point, or we haven't even researched the blue technology for those belts. So I've already, in the blueprint, you can specify your limitations on each one of these chests. Like I said, this one is actually going to use 10 just because it's yellow belts, and at the moment we're going to use that a lot. However, these are just an intermediate step, so this is required to make the undergrounds, but I don't need to have a bunch of them here because I already have a stack here. So just one stack there, same thing down here. I think that's a ghost. Yep, look at that, I found one. So it was just that also takes belts to make the splitters, but it also takes the green circuits, which is down here, and iron plates, so we can also take off of this belt. This one takes that, and this one does yeah, okay. Wow, I thought I fixed it in the ghost image, but look at that, I was missing this inserter, and I think that's the thing I was thinking about when I was talking about it. So I'm going to bring in some iron belts and the green circuits belts, which I'm going to have to do something different with this because I need to actually make green belts on the main bus for sure. So I'll be right back. Okay, everything is wired up and it's all ready to, wired up. It is all belted in, so all the materials are going where they need to go. Let's just make sure that everything is getting crafted. I do want to make sure that, ooh, look at that. I almost had something disastrous. So I don't want to make a bunch of this red stuff yet, just because I'm not really, like, that takes so much materials. I'm not ready to have that yet. What is this waiting for? Gears. Oh, this one's missing another one. Okay. So we're finding out a lot of, so I, like I said, I modified an original blueprint, so I needed to do something different. And I just noticed that we are at our peak power. So yeah, these things are running now, and that does take a lot of electricity because I'm crafting all this stuff, but don't forget, I'm also draining my storage here, which is taxing all these burners, and the mines are now running, And we've got a lot of work to do by bringing in more mines, more iron ore, more copper ore, of course. I mean, the buffers might have a lot of stuff in them for now. And actually, this one looks pretty healthy. There's even miners that are just idle because the whole belt is still backed up. That's fine. But I could expand. I could start filling in these smelters, at least maybe a couple of them for now, and build the mining operation up. But first, we need to do something about this, because I guarantee you, yeah, these are completely maxed out. And what that's going to do is it's going to use a ton of this coal. These things, I think it'll still keep up, but running off of charcoal, it's just constantly having to feed that charcoal into the boiler. And if it runs out, we'll have like basically like a brownout, so things will lose power for a little while. These guys are still going, so maybe that would help if I kind of took them out. We don't really need this starter base anymore. It was nice to have these materials, but now I'm already making all that stuff. I can also, yeah, save a little power by shutting all this stuff down, because it's using the miners, you know, it's using all these factories to build all these intermediate stuff. So yeah, shutting this operation down probably help a little bit, but we can expand this, and I'm trying to think if we should do that next. Well, for sure, because I mean, we're low on power for sure. We know that. So let's go ahead and get up there. I'll tell you what, honestly, I would really like to... So in the research, there is something behind... where was it? It was Blue Science. Wait, do I have this already? More efficient boilers? Where is it? I don't see it. It was part of the mod for sure. Where did I see it? It could be locked under 2 layers of research. Wow, I still have red and green that I haven't researched yet? Okay, I thought I was... Wow. Oh my gosh, I need to start researching this stuff. Why haven't I... Maybe that's why. Let's just see if the boilers... Oh, it's in here. I would really actually like to unlock this. There is a lot of stuff that I can get from this. First of all, the bio boiler is going to be super important. That has increased efficiency. Certainly all these things, the bioreactor, making algae biomass, because that is going to be our new source of petroleum, and other, like, so the light oil, or the light, is it light oil that we get from this? Yeah. And cellulose. No, that's what it, yeah, that is a product. Okay. That's a conversion. Okay, whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can unlock with this. The only thing is it's going to take 200 blue science packs. Now I didn't do everything that I needed for this, but I think I can set it up in our little starter base. So okay, I take it back. We can't just shut this down yet. I made some engines here. I made some pipes to feed the engines. Okay, so this is self-sustaining. So I know for the blue science packs, it takes engines, red circuits, which I know I have enough of now, and I need electric mining drills. So 2 things. I need to make electric mining drills. I need to make 200 of them, right? Because it's 1 each. It is going to take a while, but that would be a good thing to kind of put on the back burner while we're kind of solving some of these other logistical issues. Unfortunately, we're still like super constrained. Gosh, see, and I want to put this refinery down, but at this point it's going to kill us, because what I found out with some testing is that these things take a lot of power. It doesn't, yeah, 420 kilowatts versus like, yeah, it's like 2 chemical plants. It's just, it takes so much power. And we obviously, I can't put any more strain on the system already, because it's just going through all the materials. It's going through all this charcoal. It's still backed up, so that's good, I guess. I was actually surprised to see that. But I think what we need to do, and this is kind of nice because I have everything. Oh, you know what? I need gears. I wonder if I could just make a little setup here to build some. Oh man, I could have upgraded this too. And these, I mean, I have to do the research for. See, I still have to make red and green science for this. Oh man, that was also. So we just increased production here by 50% because we went from crafting speed of 0.5 to 0.75. So real quick, electric mining drills take a green circuit, 3 green circuits, 5 iron gear wheels, and 10 iron plates. I wish that I could get all this stuff in here. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I would love if we had a belt of green circuits in this area. It's funny because in Factorio everyone tries to make like a nice pretty design, and when you do things like what I'm about to do, we call it spaghetti. Just because it looks like everything's kind of going everywhere. It just looks like spaghetti. There's no, I mean, there is a rhyme or reason, but it's, it's just not clean and efficient looking. You know what, I'm going to shut this down because I don't need that part. I think I could get to almost everything I need from here. The only thing I would be missing would be iron plates. And, I mean, I only need 50 of these, so maybe I could do something like this. Oh gosh. I can't do that, obviously. I need to power these, but I can't block where I need a chest. So let's put down a chest. I should probably have way more of those stocked up. So I need 200 miners, electric miners, and I can do that there. There's my gear wheels. The only thing that it can't get is iron plates, but I can help that. Do I have any saved up in here? Oh, you know what? I have probably stacks in here just waiting. Yep. Look at that. All these were backed up because this isn't being used right now, so it's just full. That's way too much. Well, let's build the miners first. Okay, it's getting everything. Let's do a fast inserter on this one because it takes 3, I think. No, it takes 5. Okay, probably for the iron plates actually needs to be a fast inserter. Let's just make it all fast inserters. But in the meantime, at least one thing we should do is get another boiler. And I need iron plates for that. So let me expand the production of this a little bit. Can I grab gear wheels from anywhere? Does anyone have any extras? Nope. That's just one of those steps that kind of is going to take extra time. But yeah, our power is still constrained. So if I want to be doing all this stuff that I'm saying, I want to build the blue science, like automation. I want to automate the... I'm already doing engines. Oh, which reminds me, this needs to be expanded because I need 200 engines also. So there it is. There's those two things. Now I need to make the red circuits are already being made. But then what I can do is do something like this and just have like 4 or 5 things making the blue science packs, and I'll just bring it right into the laboratory here. Of course, I only made one of those because that's all I had stuff for. I have a lot of yellow belts. That's probably... I'm almost guessing that by the time I use all those, I'll already be... Or I'll be on red belts before I use all the yellow belts that I have saved up. That's fine. That guy. I don't have any of those because I don't like to make burner inserters if I don't need them. And there we go. You know, that's not that much though. I only built a couple, but I could probably fit at least one more row in here. Actually, I could fit 2 more of those. So this is going to be the blue science. Whoops. Did 2 things I didn't mean to do. And then, like I said, I'll just I'll just belt these directly from here. Let's get a stack of those. So hopefully we'll at least be able to solve our power issue by the end of the episode here. I'm going to cut this one at about 30 minutes, I think is a good time to stop. So pretty soon here we'll be done. Wow, I'm running out of everything. More handcrafting. Okay, that looks good. The only thing is then I'm going to also have to feed everything manually, but I think since I have the even distribution mod, it's going to make that a lot easier. So let's bring this belt in. And then what we'll need to do is have long-handed inserters bring in that science pack. Okay. And this even looks like a mess too. Ugh. So when those blue science packs are done, they'll go in there. This one's got stuff to go. This one is working. Alright. So I'll just solve that little power issue that we've got, and then we'll probably have blue science, at least it's not really automated yet, but we'll have enough to do the more efficient burners and all of the, not all of the biomod stuff, but a lot of the biomod stuffs that are stuff that's really useful at this point in the game. Believe me, there's a lot of things that I would just love to have right now to improve efficiency or whatever, and I don't have that yet. Well, I have just enough to make those 2 burner inserters. That's nice. Those. A couple more of these. And I think I just shut down a lot of stuff, but that's okay. I can just put it back. There we go. Oh gosh, we just need tons and tons of iron for those. I always grab copper by accident. Ooh, are we missing? Yeah, we are missing iron ore. Well, I've managed to deplete that source. I don't need all of these. I know I don't need that much. Okay. Okay, so at this point, power is not a crisis anymore. I think that's a good place to stop this. So I really appreciate everyone watching. So if you enjoy the series, just I guess stay tuned. I'll try to make this at least a weekly thing. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.